really tight, and you managed to break free from them in the second half.
Yeah, I think both forward lines were really on top in that first half, which made, I'd imagine if you're sitting there watching the game, you'd be pretty happy. It was a pretty fierce game, and around the scramble, the pressure was enormous. We were looking at both teams' pressure was huge during the course of the game. So both teams having a real crack at it. Not a lot of easy ball and kicking goals at either end, really. It was great to be able to finish that second half out and come home really strongly, and so we're really pleased with the way it finished. Yeah.
What was the kind of the factor there? It seemed early on kind of getting beaten at clearances in the contest. What was kind of the major thrust of the message there at half time?
Oh, I think it was just that we're doing a lot right. I mean, there was a few things that we needed to tidy up on, and particularly in that second quarter, they were able to score too easily. Now, that was a bit of out of centre bounce, but it was also a bit about what we're doing behind the ball, and we just need to sort of break even with some of those contests. And once we were able to do that, everything else sort of stayed about the same level. So we were able to then tighten up on a few areas that were probably letting us down. There's some changes at half time that worked, and they don't always work, but it was mainly just putting the pressure around the ball, getting that right, and then winning some contests, and then not getting scored against so easily. We were still able to hit the scoreboard ourselves.
Word on Luke Parker's second half, I think that was pretty phenomenal, really.
He's just got the ability to be able to go forward. Like he did it a couple of years ago and kick goals for us as a forward. He's got a great forward craft, and we're able to get the ball on the deck in our front half. And then once we were able to get the ball to deck, we were able to then capitalise on those opportunities. And Luke's ability to hit the scoreboard is probably a bit underestimated. He's been such a good midfielder over the years, but we love him going forward too, because we know he's got a great way to craft a goal. He gave that one to Isaac as well, and so he's just good at it, and so we don't have any problem with him going forward.
There was an expectation that someone else might kick 5 goals tonight. Was there any early banter about that yet, about the thunder being stolen?
No, it's not something we understand the outside focus, but we're just thrilled for the win. We're not on countdown watch. It'll happen when it happens. Most important thing is that I thought we were very good with team orientation stuff today. We did what we had to do when we had to do it. It wasn't about one player, and that's our focus going forward too.
The way the younger midfielders are coming on now, do you anticipate being able to move forward more often now?
It wouldn't hurt. We think he's got great capacity, as I've said before, and as we saw tonight, as a forward. And he did it a couple of years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago. He spent a bit more time forward and was able to hit the scoreboard. So he's got history of it. We've still got another one to the mix with Chad to come back into the team, who's been in terrific form over the pre-season as well. So if it works that way, that's okay. But I think that the variety we had in there tonight was important as well. Ollie was fantastic, and Isaac, and there was a whole group going through that region, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure we bat deep in that area.
And Paddy John.
Yeah.
Some great moments in the back line, which you make.
He got better as the game went, I thought, and that's his first AFL game as a defender. So he's going to find things every week that he just keeps learning. And the longer the game went, I thought that, the better he went. And I thought, as our back 6 did, or back 7, they probably went. The longer the game went, the better they went. So he'll keep learning from it. He's had a good start now. He gets a taste of a win, and we play a huge game next week against the Cats on Friday night. So I'm sure that everyone's excited by that.
You mentioned Chad there. Is he some chance of coming back next week?
Yeah, he'll come back in. I mean, he's had a very good pre-season. Jake Lloyd's another one, so hopefully get a couple back next week. I'm hoping it's okay. The initial thoughts are it's okay. It was probably the last 30 seconds. So initial thoughts are that it should be okay. So fingers crossed it's all right.
Can Tapley be back next Friday?
No, he won't. We just got to make sure we're getting some really good, strong training. We don't want to. We're not going to put him at any risk at all. He's done a hamstring. He's a fast twitch beast. You know, he's lightning quick, and we're not going to take any risks. We're just going to make sure that our medical staff and are working with him, and he ran today and he's been fine, so he'll build up when he plays. We'll see how the week progresses, but it won't be this week.
You mentioned that Cats before they were pretty formidable today against the Swans. What's the keys to getting 4 points against them?
I haven't seen the game yet. Obviously, we're preoccupied here, so I'll have to go back and I'd be sort of shooting from the hip, but I'll have to go back and have a look at what they did. So, we know Dangerfield, they've got some superstars. Hawkins, I don't know how many he kicked, but at half-time I think he had 4. Dangerfield had plenty. So, they've got some gun players. It should be a great contest, and hopefully it's a massive crowd.
Josh Kennedy played in an unfamiliar role that we're used to seeing. What do you make of his transition into defence?
Yeah, he's been doing that over the last couple of weeks, and so he's another one that will just get flying hours. As a few of our younger fellas like Braden Campbell and Logan McDonald and those guys, they just need some flying hours, and so it won't be spectacular every week, but Josh has got the capacity to be able to play a number of roles for us. It adds another string to his bow, and we're keen to keep exploring that with our team, whether it's McInerney back or to the wing, or Josh can play midfield, he can play wing, goes back, and just adds a bit of variety to our team, which is important.
Stepping down from the captaincy, how's his role as a leader changed? Is he just more allowed to sort of focus on his own game now?
No, he's in our leadership group, and he's a leader, and so it doesn't matter whether he's got his C next to his name or not. He focuses on the team and himself like he has done over the last how many years. It's just who he is. No, it's not about focusing on himself. He's a good enough leader to be able to do 2 things at once.
John, it's been a while since you played in front of the strong crowd in the SCG, probably a year. So, with all another week of funny questions for you as well. It should be a nice crowd. There should be a good night on Friday. How much are the boys just looking forward to being there?
Yeah, it's great for the footy club and for the players to be able to experience. It's going to be a huge crowd against a team that's forever at the top of the ladder. We've got great admiration for the Geelong Footy Club, and to be able to play them next week at home on a Friday night is exciting. But we've still got to get the job done, and we've got to make sure we get the balance right of being excited, looking forward to the contest versus, okay, these blokes take some beating. They're a really good team and have been for a long time. So it's going to be a great contest.
John, just checking injury-wise, everything okay? I mean, what was the actual issue with Justin as far as you're aware?
He just had a knock to the knee in that last 30 seconds, so I'm just hoping that's okay. His initial, as I said, diagnosis is it's okay, so hopefully he's fine.